for reminding me to record. And yes, please go ahead and put your full name into the chat. Everybody, do it all now, right now, do it. Full name, put your full name into the chat. Type it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all of you. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so as you guys are doing that, I'm going to go over in general the new attendance policy that we now have. I think it's just going to be for this week. There's been some issues apparently with how all the information is reporting to the powers that be. We're only a school because the DC government allows us to be a school, right? And we have to report to them. And with online learning, there's a lot of there's some new requirements that they're having for us. And so we thought it would be fine to make sure that we're giving you guys attendance for the work that you're doing. And it didn't matter when you did the work as long as the work was done. But apparently they're having some issues with that. And so there are now specific times when the work needs to be done. And so we're going to go over how that's going to work. I'm going to stop sharing this screen here, but please continue to put your full name in the chat if you haven't yet. And I'm going to show you your Schoology screen so we can better explain how this new attendance policy is going to work. Okay. All right. All right. I have to switch my 1 second. Gotta make a switch. Okay. Okay. So I am currently in the level 4 Schoology class, right? Math Skills 4 with Mr. Graciano. That's where you guys should be. And in week 2, this is all the work for week 2, right? This is everything that we're supposed to be doing this week. You'll notice that I've added dates and times to it. Why is this important now to add dates and times? Because apparently that is when this work should be done by in order to get full attendance credit. So of course, we're already logged into class today. You guys are going to do this discussion post with us together. You guys are going to put your answers in, but by putting your answer in, you can get attendance. So all of you who are on this call this morning are getting attendance. So you don't necessarily need to complete this discussion post by 10:30, but of course we're going to do it together anyway. It's classwork. But for somebody who may have missed the class, they would have to have gotten this done by 10:30 in order to get full attendance credit. It's really weird. I don't understand why we have to do this, but anyway, we're going to do this together and we're going to get credit for that. In order to get credit for the 1 o'clock class, which you guys know that you guys are not going to come back in person, right? For 1 o'clock. But your notes need to be uploaded by 3:30 today in order to get credit for 1 o'clock. However, there's a town hall today at 1 o'clock. So anybody who attends the town hall will also get credit for today. You don't have to complete your notes by today, but the notes will be done. It's 2 pages. I promise you guys will get it done by 3:30 today. And then practice number 1 needs to be submitted by Wednesday at 10:30. Practice number 2 needs to be submitted by Wednesday at 3:30. And that's how you guys are going to be able to get your credit for the week.
Yeah, but here's the thing I've got a question before you go on. But when I heard them, I looked at my Schoology today, just now, because they said it starts at 9 tomorrow. So how come if you said today, and then that said tomorrow, how could they send it on the 22nd? Because that's what I look at, but.
It says 21st.
Okay, yeah.
It says 21st. It says the 23rd. And it says the 23rd. So I can only have things due for you on the days that I have you as a student, which are technically Monday and Wednesday.
I know.
If you saw a due date for the 22nd, that might be for your reading class.
Oh, right. I was saying like that to say the town hall, because the town hall means you said that starts at 1 today, but then when I look at say the 22nd, because it's in the 22nd, okay. That's the way how I look at it.
All right, let me just check 1 second to make sure I have the right date. will double check, but I'm pretty sure it is today at 1 o'clock. Yep, it is today at 1 p.m.
So today. So
Yep.
why you just say mine is on the 22nd? Is that the
Where did you see that it says on the 22nd, Marvin? Where?
on my student, my AOH student, my AOH Gmail.
Okay, your AOH email says the 22nd. Okay, yeah, it is today, the 21st at 1 p.m. But that's a good question. It is today at
Right.
1 o'clock. That's when the town hall is. Okay? The town hall is today at 1 p.m.
That's it.
Okay, so anyway, so moving forward, this is going to be the same for all of your classes. There's going to be specific things you have to get done by certain times of each day in order to get your attendance. So attending class, you guys already got your full attendance. Just by being here, even if you have to leave early for whatever reason, you guys are already getting full attendance. By putting your name, your full name into the chat, that's all I need to get you attendance for today, okay? For your 1 o'clock attendance, you either have to upload your notes by 3:30 today, actually by any time today, because I'm not going to put the attendance in. I'm not going to put the attendance in until 7 o'clock tonight. So as long as you upload your notes before 7 p.m. today, I can get you attendance. Or if you attend the town hall today at 1 o'clock, you will get attendance for the 1 o'clock class, okay? I'm sorry that it has to be this convoluted and complicated, but apparently they need exact records of people doing work at certain times to prove that they're attending class. And this is not the way that we wanted to do it. We just wanted to give you guys attendance for the work that you did because we think that's important. And think just getting the work done is important. I also think that by rushing the work, you guys aren't learning as much. Like if you guys are sitting and trying to work through it versus forcing yourself to finish it at a certain time, you're not really learning the way that I would like you all to learn. So hopefully this is just for this week while we try to figure out what's a better solution with DC government as to how attendance should work. But for right now, this is what we're doing. So this covers today. I just want to let you know what's happening today and for the rest of this week as far as attendance goes for all of your classes. You guys will have to do work and submit that work by a certain time in order to get attendance. And again, for me, as long as that work is done by 7 p.m., I can give you attendance for the day. That's because I happen to work later than some other teachers, but your other teachers will tell you like their drop dead time is 3:30. You have to respect that. Don't say, oh, well, Mr. G is giving us till 7. That has nothing to do with your other teachers. Mr. G is one person, your other teachers are other people. Please respect whatever they say about their timelines, okay? So that's how it's working. Please do attend the town hall today. I have put it in your course. So all you have to do is when you enter into your course, if you need the link is right here at the top of your course for today's town hall at 1 p.m. Okay, so you just click that link, you will get into the town hall meeting at 1 p.m. Okay, so this town hall, if those of you who have never attended a town hall before, this is your first time with Academy of Hope, none of your teachers will be present. It'll be the administrators who are there. So maybe the principal, maybe probably the CEO of Academy of Hope, Lester Johnson, and it'll be really just a chance for you to give feedback, right? So anything that is bothering you, I know there's been a lot of problems with scheduling, for instance, anything that's bothering you about the workload, about the online experience, anything, feel free to get it off of your chest. Now is the time to do that. I know also it's very early in the term to have a town hall, but also we want to make sure we're getting the feedback immediately. So some of your opinions might change, like, oh, I don't like so-and-so in the way that they teach. Maybe that might change because you're still getting used to that person, but it's okay to voice that opinion now, right? It's a chance for you to be heard about whatever is going on. So please make sure that you try to make yourself available. I know it's not a great time for everybody in the middle of the afternoon because some of you have children who are trying to get into class at that time and other things. But yes, today is the town hall at 1 p.m. All right, let's go back to this PowerPoint slide that we had from before. Okay, so we went over the new attendance policy, we went over the town hall. Okay, I actually have to go back to your, to your Schoology screen because, all right, we need to go back over how you guys are doing and completing your work. I appreciate all of you who did your work last week and who all will continue to do your work this week and all those things. But just a reminder, so today we're working out of week 2, right? The dates are on there, September 21st, 25th, we're working out of week 2. So I would really appreciate it if you guys did the work in the order that it was presented. A lot of you like to jump ahead and go ahead and complete the exit ticket first. But the thing is, is that all the other things that come before the exit ticket are supposed to prepare you to do the exit ticket, right? So you might miss things on how to do the exit ticket properly if you're not doing the other practices ahead of time, right? A practice is just that, a practice, so that you can get better, right? People who do sport for their lives, whether it's football, soccer, tennis, whatever, they also have to practice, right? Because practice is how you become better at what you're doing. And without the practice, by just jumping ahead to the assessment at the end, because that's what this is, right? And the exit ticket is an assessment. Like you're jumping ahead to like the thing that's easier, I guess, and that's the thing that's quicker, but it's not helping you learn what you need to learn before you do the practice. So the idea really is to do the things in order. So you should start with a discussion question to get you guys thinking about the topic, right? Do your notes, then do the practices before you do your exit ticket. The exit ticket should be the last thing that you do for the week, okay? And the idea is not to start with your exit ticket. Some people have been starting with the exit ticket, and I'm not really sure why. Try to do it in order so that you're prepared and ready for the exit ticket, okay? So that's what I mean by the work order. Try to do things in the order that's listed. There are some things in here that are going to be helpful to you, like this handout. I'll just open that real quick. This handout is not work. Again, it's just a handout. It's something you can download, but it gives you an idea of how to work with addition and subtraction. Just a reference, it's just like a reference material for you to make sure that you're able to add and subtract on your own. Okay, and the standards and objectives are not something that you really need to look at, but it's just so for you to know what the goals are for this week. So for this week, we're trying to add integers, subtract integers, and identify signed numbers. And then the lesson video is where I will post the videos from this week and also the generic video that I already recorded of myself going through this lesson with you all. All right, so this is so that's just what you need to know about that. And are there any questions about the work order or why you should do things from the top to the bottom? No, it is not. It's never too late to do the work from previous weeks. Also, if there's also no such thing as late work. Like I know there are certain due dates, and the only reason I put due dates in is really just so that it shows up for you all as something that you need to do. Without a due date, it might just be something that's lost in the shuffle of the system and something you won't ever see. I think it's very important that you just try to complete the work whenever you have a chance to complete the work, even if it's quote unquote late. Because again, the only way to get better at something is to complete the practice. So everybody has to understand that the practice is what's important here, not when the practice is done. Okay, so for me, just do the practice. All right, let's go back to our, okay. So attendance policy is done, work order is done, town hall is done. We're gonna do our discussion posts next, but first, let's look at this question here. It says a submarine was situated 450 feet below sea level. If it descends 300 feet, what is its new position? I guess first and foremost, I need to know what the word descends means. What does descend mean?
It's like this.
Take away.
Like a decrease.
Okay, like a decrease, okay. So does that mean, so if I'm already 450 feet below sea level, that's what it says, I'm already below, and it says descend, so that means, am I going further down? Yeah?
Yes.
Or am I going back up? I'm going further down, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
so that means I am adding 300 more feet below sea level. So where am I now?
yeah, like you'll be at 150, at 150,
150 feet.
150.
I
Well,
can't be at 150 if I'm adding more feet.
well, no, it means you're
That's taking
subtracting,
away
but it's
feet.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
7,
750 feet.
750.
Good. Yeah, I'm at 750 feet below sea level, right? So I'm further down. I'm at 750 feet below sea level. I'm even further down. Okay, good. I'm even further down. Okay. Let's go back to this discussion post that I've been talking about, I feel like for forever now. So we have our discussion post, how do negative numbers work? So I want you guys to look at this discussion post in your Schoology and try to answer it. So I'm going to give you all 2 minutes to look at this on your own, right? So it says, take some time to think about the information below and post a response. The table shows the balance of Jerry's bank account from last week, okay? So on Monday, she had 500, Tuesday she had 100, Wednesday she had -5, Thursday she had -20, Friday she had 0, Saturday she had 100, and Sunday she had 95. So I want you to put the balances in order from greatest to least, so from the most to the least, and then tell me how she can have a negative balance. So go ahead into your Schoology. I'm going to give you all 2 minutes to do this on your own, but answer these 2 questions for me. Tell me what the order is from greatest to least and how it's possible for her to have a negative balance. So post your responses here into the discussion post. I'll just give you all 2 minutes to do that, and then we can discuss your answers, all right? Okay, so I see some of you already posted your responses in the discussion post. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I saw also somebody put it in the chat. Yeah, Marquisha put it in the chat. Perfect. All right. I think you missed the balance, Marquisha. You missed one balance. You've missed Friday. Friday is a balance too. Having no money is important to acknowledge. You can't leave that out. Just because she was at zero doesn't mean she didn't have a balance. She still had a record of having zero. Okay. Yes. So if you put it in order from greatest to least, you will see that she had the most money on Monday, so 500. Then Tuesday and Saturday were tied. And then we have Sunday at 95, Friday at 0, Wednesday at -5, and then Thursday at -20. But why does she have a negative balance, or how can she have a negative balance? What happened to give her a negative balance? What does that mean if you have a negative balance?
That means she overdraft her account. She took more out than what she had that was available.
Okay, very good. Very good. Yes, so she definitely overdrafted her account, and that's why she has a negative balance, right? When you take out more than you actually have, that's what gives you a negative balance, right? So we see negative numbers in our checking account. We'll sometimes see negative numbers when we're talking about temperatures. When temperatures are very low, they are negative. And also when we are talking about being like underwater, when we're talking about the example that we had this morning, if I'm below sea level, that's actually a negative number. So I would be at -750. All right, so we are going to really discuss adding and subtracting negative numbers this week. In our practice last week, I saw that that's the thing that we were challenged the most with. So make sure we're taking our time today to really like think about these notes and the best way to do them. So make sure you guys do have your notes open right now, which is right here, the adding and subtracting integers notes. We're about to go over them right now. So make sure you just click on here and have that open. Again, if you open it with Kami, it'll be easiest for you to go in and type your responses in or draw them in even, because you have the ability to do drawing as well. So I can draw dots on these number lines, for instance, okay? So I can draw a dot and I can show that on here. So anyway, so try that. I'm going to bring up my document right now so that we can work through these notes. Okay. All right, so how do we add integers? Right, remember integers are our negative and positive whole or counting numbers, all right? So if the integers are both positive or both negative, that means they have the same sign. We're gonna follow the instructions here on the left. If they have different signs, we're gonna follow these instructions over here on the right. But let's start with the same sign first. So both numbers are positive or both numbers are negative. An example of that would be 8 plus 5, right? Or -7 plus -5. So how can I show on a number line that 2 plus 3 is equal to 5? Well, here's what I can do. And I'm going to use my drawing tool here. So if I'm going to show that 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, the first thing I would do is start with where 2 is. So if this is 0, then 2 is right here, right? This is number 2. If this is 2, right? All I have to do from 2 is go 3 places, 1, 2, 3, 3 places to the right, because it says plus 3, to get to 5. So I added 3. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You guys don't need any help with something like that, right? But where you guys might need some more help is with these negative numbers. The negative numbers are going to be a very similar situation, okay? Except that I'm going to be starting at -3. So -3 is going to be 3 places to the left of 0. So 1, 2, 3. This is where -3 is. This is where I start. So where I'm starting my calculation. But then it says plus -4. Well, if it has plus -4, right? What I'm really doing is making this situation more negative. So I'm actually going to the left. Okay, I have to go to the left by 4. So using my number line, I'm going to go to the left 4 times. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that puts me here at -7. So -3 plus a -4 puts me at -7. All right, and I saw a couple things in the chat. Let's see. Okay, sure. All right, and just 1 second here. I'm gonna pull up the Schoology page again to make sure everybody can find where this document is. Okay, so in your Schoology, make sure you're in Math Skills 4 with Mr. Graciano, week 2, because that's where we are. We're in week 2, September 21st, 25th. And you want to make sure you have your adding and subtracting integers notes open. Adding and subtracting integers notes. That's the document that we're working on. All right, and you can open that with Cami. And then that's the document you will see here. Adding and subtracting integers. Were you able to find it? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yes, I found it.
Okay, great.
I found it.
Great, thank you. All right. Let's go back here. Okay. All right. So, and you will, I'll also be adding this to your documents. I know you guys need these number lines, so there's going to be a number line handout as well in your folder in just a second. I just have to add it. But when we're working on these number lines and we're adding the same sign, okay, right? The same sign, so they're not opposite signs, the same sign. If I'm starting negative, I'm going to keep going negative. If I'm starting positive, I'm going to keep going positive, right? That only works if I'm working with the same sign. All right. So if both of my numbers are negative, right, my answer must be negative. If both of my answers are both of my numbers are positive, my answer will be positive. Okay.
Hold on, Mr. G. I can't even find the page.
What? You still can't find the page?
No, I was just working with you off yours.
Okay. So are you in week 2?
Hold on, give me a second. I keep putting you on mute because I don't want you to hear my background, but hold on.
It's fine. That's fine. I'm holding on.
Where am I finding week 2?
Okay, so you should be in your Math Skills 4 with Mr. Graciano. Are you in that class, in that course?
Yes.
Okay, and then you're looking for the week 2 folder. It says September 21st to 25th. Yes, no, maybe?
No, I don't see it.
Okay, let me pull it up on my screen. Okay. All right, so I'm in Math Skills 4. And then as I scroll down, I should see week 1 in orange and then week 2 in red.
I must be in the wrong place because, hold on, let me go right here.
So in your courses, make sure you're looking for Math Skills 4 with the little purple, with the purple picture.
Right,
It says,
I'm right there. KK, hush.
it's all good. So click on that.
Okay.
And then once you're in there, you're looking for the red folder.
See, our screens look totally different.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to share your screen?
Hold on, I'm about to click. It's more than one up here. But I
sure
see
there is.
I'm clicking on the one with your name.
Okay.
So, okay. I was in the other one, so that's
Okay.
what it was.
Yep. Yeah, there's going to be more than one class with my name, unfortunately. Yeah, make sure you're just looking for the one that matches that purple picture.
Okay, so I clicked on okay. Are we in the handout?
No, we are at the one right under it, adding and subtracting integers notes.
Okay. All right, I'm in. Thank you.
All right. Everybody else good? Okay. And Marquisha and Danielle both modeled exactly what you guys should do. If you're lost at any point, contact me somehow, some way, right? Danielle did it through the chat. Marquisha unmuted herself. Either way is fine, but you guys you shouldn't just float along being like, oh, I'll figure it out later. All right, always stop me. Okay. All right. Let's recap where we were. All right. So if we are working with the same sign, that means both numbers are positive or both numbers are negative, whatever we're starting with is what our answer is going to be. So if both numbers are positive, our answer will be positive. If both numbers are negative, our answer will be negative. If we look at that on the number line, that means if we start in a positive place, like here at 2, we're going to go 3 more to the right to get to 5. 1, 2, 3. We're now at 5. That's how we know that 2 plus 3 equals 5, right? Same thing is going to work in the negative way. We would have to keep negative. We're going to stay negative. So if I start at -3, 1, 2, 3, here's -3, right? This is -3. I need to go 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to the left, excuse me. Because I have to stay negative. In order to stay negative, I have to keep going left. In order to stay positive, I have to keep going right, right? Okay, so now I'm at -7. All right, what happens when they have different signs? Well, when they have different signs, then it becomes a little bit more complicated. When one number is positive and the other number is negative. So we're gonna just follow the directions as it's indicated here for each one. So it's really gonna be very important that you pay attention to where you're starting, okay? So I'm starting at -2. It says, show that -2 plus 6 is equal to 4. So I'm starting at -2. So let me indicate that right now. This is -2, right? And then it says plus 6.
Excuse me, Mr. G.
Yep, go right ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off, but because it's telling you to add for the positive, you're moving to the right because you're going in the opposite direction, correct?
Correct. That's exactly
Okay.
what I was going to say. Yes, because it says plus 6, I have to go to the right, okay? Because it has this plus 6 here, that means I have to move 6 places to the right. So let's do it. Let's move 6 places to the right from -2. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What number is that? Well, this should be 1, 2, 3. We follow the direction. It says +6, and it's how we get to 4. Okay? So now, when I do it the opposite way, it's going to get a little bit trickier, but you're going to see that it's going to be actually the same method. I have to follow the instruction that I'm given. Okay? Bear with me. So I'm going to start here. It says 5 plus -8. So I have to start at 5. That's where I'm starting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where I begin. I start at 5. But then it says plus -8. This is a very confusing direction. I have a plus and a negative. All right. Whenever you have the situation where you have both a plus and a negative, ignore the plus. Okay. So now you are going, you're doing -8.
Wouldn't that be -3?
Good. You're going to get to -3. Yes. In order to do -8, that means I have to go to the left by 8, right? A plus sign means go to the right. And a negative sign or a minus sign means go to the left. Okay, so I need to go to the left by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That puts me right here at -3. Okay, this is how you can use a number line to really help out your situations when you're trying to add and subtract integers. And like I said, I'm going to upload a number line handout for you so you guys can do this. Don't worry, I know it's not there yet, but when you guys are on your own doing this practice, you will have that assistance of using a number line. Okay, it's going to be very helpful for you, especially as you're just starting out. This is how it's going to be able to help you out. Okay, so when we start and we just follow the directions. Okay, if I'm starting with a positive, I start at the positive, and then I follow the direction, either plus or minus, to go that direction to find my answer. Okay, the other way to do it is just to think about it and understand how it works with negative and positive numbers. Some people are already able to do that. Some of you are looking at me crazy because you're like, I can already do this in my head. Why am I doing this number line method? Well, because some of us cannot do it in our head yet. We're still thinking about it. We're still working it through. All right. So when you can do it in your head, you can understand that if I have $5, right, but I need to pay somebody $8, I can give them the 5 and I'll still owe them 3, right? Some people can just get that in their heads immediately. They have it, they're good, right? Or they can understand that if you're overdrawn by $2 and you put $6 in the bank account, you're going to end up with 4, right? They can automatically see that in their head. They can see it, they get it, they grasp it. It's great. That's fine. For those of us who are still working up to that, being able to do it in our head part, we need those number lines to make it work for us. Okay. All right. Here's another method that might work. We can use little chips. So we're not in a physical space where we have chips, right? So you have to draw those chips out. So what's what we're going to do? We're going to draw the chips. We're going to do the next section, which are integer chips, and we're going to draw them. And so I'm going to use blue for positive chips and red for negative chips, but show that 2 plus 4 is equal to 6 with chips, right? So I just have 2 blue chips and 4 blue chips. How many chips do I have altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Really straightforward. Right? When it's positive numbers, we don't have any issues. We know how to add and subtract positive numbers. We've been working with them for a while. Negative numbers is a different story. So -3 plus -1 is equal to -4. How can I show that? Well, if I have 3 negatives, and then I add another negative, how many negatives do I have? I have 4 negatives. Okay, that's how that works. It has -3 plus another -1 equals -4. How many negative chips do I have? I have 4 negative.
4.
Right? That's just all that is, right? That's another way to think about it. It's easier with the same sign. When we're looking at different signs, we're going to work through it, but we're going to do it. Let's see. I have 5 plus -4 is equal to 1. How is that possible? Well, let's see. I suppose if I have 5 positive chips, so 5 blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4. How does that equal to 1? Well, I have to cancel out a positive for every negative that I have. So now how many do I have left? Just one
One.
positive. Okay, let's try it again with the second example. It says I have 6 negatives. So let's do 6 red circles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have 2 positives, so 2 blue circles. Again, I'm going to cancel out any positives that I have that match the negatives, right? So these match. So how many am I left with? I'm left with
-4.
4 negatives. Okay? This is just another way for you to think about these calculations. I'm trying to give you all the tools, right? All the different ways you can work through this and think about this. And then you can use whatever tool works best for you, okay? My goal here is not to confuse you with too many things, but really just to give you all of your options so that you, whatever feels the most comfortable to you, you can use it as you do your calculations, all right? I'm never gonna force you to do one way or the other, but I just need you to know what your options are so that you can do what you need to do to get the assignments done, okay? Do we have any questions? What? No questions? I don't know if I believe that. Okay, all right, I believe you then. No questions, I'm gonna keep moving. All right. So what is the rule, Mr. G? Because that's what I know you guys want to really know. What is the rule? What is the rule when I have the same sign? What is the rule when I have different signs? Well, here's the rule, and here's how you can write it for yourself to make you understand. If your numbers have the same sign, right, just add the numbers together. Add the numbers together and keep the sign. Okay, just add the numbers together and keep the sign. Let me erase that. It does not look good. And I'm just using the number sign for number. I'm not writing out the word. Just add the numbers together and keep the sign. Okay. If they have different signs, you're going to subtract the larger number, subtract the smaller number from the larger number. Subtract the smaller number from the larger number and keep the sign of the larger number. All right, so this rule is harder to understand, so we're going to do the examples for this rule first, right? When they have different signs, you're going to subtract the smaller number from the larger number and keep the sign of the larger number, okay? So here's how that works. So I have -8 plus 5, right? So what I'm going to do is 8 minus 5.
That would be -3, right?
So 8 minus 5 is going to give me 3, but I'm going to make it negative. Why? Because the 8 is the larger number, and that's the sign that I have.
Correct.
Right? So it's negative. So it's -3. So subtract the smaller number from the larger number and keep the sign of the larger number. Okay? Same thing again for number 2. I have 8 and 5, right? So again, I'm going to do 8 minus 5. And that answer is 3. Which one is the larger number this time? The 8 is, right? But the 8 is positive, so my answer is just 3. This is normally where I have a ton of questions. Am I good? Are there no questions? I don't believe any of y'all. All right, I'm gonna just keep going then. Nobody's asking no questions, okay. All right, so then for number 3, I'm just gonna do, I have 6 and 4. So I'm just gonna do 6 minus 4. What's 6 minus 4?
6.42.
Okay, great. Again, I just have to keep the sign of the larger number. The larger number is positive, so my answer stays positive. It's just 2. I'm gonna do the exact same thing for number 4. Again, just do 6 minus 4. I'm gonna get 2, but this time my 6 is negative, so my answer needs to be negative. It is just that simple.
Yeah. But wait. But one more question. When you said on the last one, we said I had what did it say? I had the numbers. That was.
So this is the one, we're doing the rule over here on the right, where we
I
have
know.
to, when the signs are different, I just want to make sure we have this rule good, and then we can go over here to the other rule. Right? So no questions on this one, right? We're good? Okay, let's go over here. So this one says just to add the numbers together and keep the same sign, right? So 4 plus 3 is just 7, right? And it's positive, so it stays positive. And then over here, we have -4 and -3. Again, 4 plus 3 is just 7, but we have to keep it negative because we have to keep the same sign. So it's -7. All right, what's the answer for number 3?
4 plus. All right. 4 plus 3 that be equals 7. Which
No, number 3. What's the answer for number 3?
Oh, number 3. It's 100. It's minus 100. Negative 100 plus a negative 200.
Okay, so
And
what's
that one that give you a negative 300.
very good, right? We just add the numbers together, keep it negative, right? Because we started off negative. All right, and then the last one, they're both positive numbers, so our answer is going to be positive. What's the answer?
65.
Perfect. All right, some of you already, I know, have little kids, so you guys know the tune to Row, Row, Row Your Boat, right? Who knows the tune to Row, Row, Row Your Boat?
I do.
Okay, can you sing this song for us then, in that same tune?
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Okay.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Great. So then this song, it has the same tune. So it'd be same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. Take the sign of the larger number, then you'll be exact.
Got it.
Amazing, right? Y'all didn't know you were gonna get the vocal stylings of Mr. G this morning, did you? I know.
Well, not the first.
Don't worry, it's been recorded for posterity. You can watch it forever and ever. No worries, you have it forever. All right, so good work. Let's try to do this practice here at the bottom. We're gonna look at these practice questions down here to make sure we understand what we're doing. Okay, so I'm gonna do the first few with you all, and then I'm gonna call on you guys individually to try to do some of these.
Is number 1 -2?
Perfect. Yes, number 1 is -2. All right, so these are different signs. So my rule is to just subtract.
Number 2
smaller
is
from the
-5.
Oh, hold on.
Number 3 is +8.
You
Oh, my bad.
We're learning. We're all trying to learn here. Okay, so yes, the first one is -2 because 5 minus 3 gives me 2, but I have to make it negative because 5 is negative. This one, they have the same sign, so it's -5. Good. And then 7 plus 1 is just 8. Perfect. All right, Marquisha, since you're on a roll, what's number 4? -4 plus -2. Where'd she go? Did I lose her? Okay, well, I'll go on to somebody else. Marvin, what's number 4? -4 plus -2.
All right, let me just see it. It'll be like negative, be negative, not negative, be okay. If a 4 plus 2 would be equal 6, so basically it'll be like negative equal that be negative
Negative 6.
6.
Yep.
Negative 6.
Perfect, right?
Okay, thank you.
Yep, they have the same sign, right? So we just add it together and keep it negative. Okay,
Right.
good. All right, number 5. Let's go with Videra.
No.
-9.
I'm not hearing this.
Very
I'm
good.
not hearing
Negative 9.
this.
Okay.
Look, it's
You all right over there, Marvin?
Monkey, oh, God, say, I cannot hear. Boy, I can't hear him.
All right, Marvin. Okay. Number 6, let's go with Ebony.
Is the answer a positive 2?
It is positive 2. No, for number 6, it's negative 2, right?
Yes, negative 2, my bad.
Negative 2, because the 5 is negative. So we want to keep it negative. Okay. Number 7, Danielle.
Positive 10.
Very good. Was that Danielle?
Oh, no, I thought I was on mute. My bad.
Okay, we'll give number 8 then to Danielle. Number 8. Negative 15 plus 5. Did I lose Danielle too? All right, let's go with Lucretia. Is Lucretia on there? Where are all my participants?
Here.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right. Number 8, Lucretia.
Okay. Hold on, Mr. G. I'm writing kind of slow this morning.
No worries. I got time. All right, so they have opposite sides.
Okay, that would be a negative 10.
Perfect.
All right, got that.
Very good. All right. What about number 9? Renee? Can you try number 9 for us if you're there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Number 9 is
They have the same sign.
the -9.
Perfect. Very good. All right, number 10. Let's see, got to look at my list again. Number 10. Oh, goodness gracious. Patricia? Or we can try.
Marquisha.
Yes, okay, go ahead, Marquisha.
-3.
Perfect. Right, this one's a pretty straightforward one, right? Whenever you add 0 to anything, it just keeps it the same number.
Yeah, because it's nothing. You can't do anything with it.
Right. What about number 11? Let's try Amanda. I think Amanda's on. Amanda for number 11. All right. All right, let's try Toya, number 11. 0, perfect.
Oh, she put it in the chat.
Yep. It is 0. 5 plus -5 is 0, right? They have different signs. So you just do 5 minus 5, and you're going to get 0. Okay, perfect. All right. number 12. Anybody can answer this one. It's number 12.
No, 12.
Positive 3.
Positive 3.
Positive 3. Perfect. Number 13.
7.
Positive 7.
Good. 14.
I can't even see somebody chatting away.
Yeah, I saw that chat too.
No.
0.
0.
Yep. Perfect.
15 is 0 also.
15 is not 0.
Oh, no, it's not. It's negative 12.
Uh-huh. Good. They have the same signs. You just add it together. It becomes negative 12. What about 16?
Negative 5.
Yeah,
Negative
negative
5.
5.
Perfect.
Negative 5.
Negative 5 again.
That's 0.
That's 0. And this one has 3 numbers. Uh-oh.
That's 7 plus negative 2, so 6, 5. That's a positive 5.
Almost. What's 5 and 3?
8.
It's 6.
Yeah, it's positive 6. My bad.
Good work. All right. So again, just go over these notes as much as you guys need to kind of keep this on track. And we're definitely not done. Don't worry. I'm just gonna show something real quick. All right. In here, you have your handout that summarizes how to add and subtract for you. All right. So for subtraction and addition, it tells you what to do. Okay. So you also have that handout you can refer to in addition to your notes. All right. Back to the notes. All right. So we did addition. Now we got to do subtraction. I actually find subtraction to be a little bit easier, but you let me know. I might be crazy. Who knows? All right. So what is the rule? We're going to actually start off with the rule for this one. And the rule says that, excuse me, I just have to move this. So you have to change the subtraction sign to an addition sign and also change the next number sign to the opposite sign. And then you can follow the adding integers rule, right? So basically you got to go back to adding. It's what the best solution is. And how does that work? Well, it works because if I can do 4 minus 3 that way, that's how it works. We know that 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. If I change it from 4 minus 3 to 4 plus a negative 3, I still get 1. So that's the example that they're trying to show us that it works, right? But for me, I also like to just think about it that if I'm starting negative and I'm going more negative, my answer is going to stay negative. If I'm starting positive and then subtracting a positive number, then I'm going to become negative as well. All right, so however you want to remember it, but we're just going to follow it straightforward and see what works and what doesn't work. All right, so we're going to use the rule and then we're going to try it more straightforward and see what works and doesn't work. So let's do it. Let's just do it and see what happens.
Is that negative 4 plus negative 6 for number 1?
Yes, that's going to be the idea. Right?
That's going to be negative 10.
Good. Negative 4 plus a negative 6. Good. So the idea here is that we change the minus sign to a positive, and then we change the positive 6 to a negative 6, and then we just follow the addition rules, right? I have 2 negative numbers that I'm adding together. So they're the same sign. So my answer keeps that sign and just adds my numbers together. 4 and 6 is negative 10. So the rule is to change the negative sign to a positive sign and then change the sign of the number after it. So we have, in this case, we're gonna have 6 plus negative 9. So these are different signs. So the rule is to do 9 minus
Negative 3.
Good. And then we keep the answer negative. So it's negative 3. All right. So let's try this one.
Mr. G, can you do
Yeah.
that one more time, number 2?
Absolutely. So I changed the negative to a positive, right? I changed the minus to a positive, and I changed this positive 9 to a negative 9. So now I have to follow my adding rule. What's my adding rule? When I have different signs, I have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So it's 9 minus 6, that gives me 3, right? But then what sign do I keep? I keep the sign of the larger number, which is 9. So my answer is -3.
Okay, I got it. Thanks.
Okay, great. All right, let's try number 5. Again, we're gonna switch the signs here. So it becomes, instead of 5 minus -4, it becomes 5 plus
+9.
4. It's just 9. Perfect. My students are learning. My students are learning. Okay. And then this last one, again, I switch the signs. It becomes -2 plus.
That's a +1.
Perfect.
Okay, come on with the tablet, honey.
Okay. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints? Okay, let's do some more practice then. All right. So again, I'm going to do the first couple with you, and then I'm going to call people individually to see how we're learning. Okay. So -5 minus 4. If I follow the rule, I should be changing it to -5 plus -4. So what is my answer here? -5 plus -4. -5 plus -4. I have 2 negatives.
-9.
None.
Perfect. Good. Okay. For number 6, I have 3 minus 8, so I should change it to 3 plus -8. So I have different signs.
-5.
Perfect. Okay. Number 7, I should change it to -1 plus 5. So I have different signs. So I should subtract and keep the bigger number sign. I should get what?
+4.
+4. Very good.
6 plus +2. That's gonna be a +8.
Good work. All right. So that's those first examples. So 6, yes, this one's gonna be 6 plus 2, which is just gonna be 8. All right, so number 9, I'm gonna give this one to somebody. Let's see. Number 9, let's start off. Let's go in reverse order, I think. So then let's start with Toya. Toya, what's number 9? I know that she's gonna put it in the chat. So let me pull my chat up. Uh-oh, did I lose Toya? What's number 9?
Is it still -3?
Yeah, it's still -3. Yes, okay, here we go. There's Toya. I was like, where did she go? All right, number 10, Marquisha, do you want to try number 10 for us?
Yes, number 10 would be a -10.
Very good. Okay. Number 11, let's go with Marvin. -4 minus a -6. So we can rewrite it first. That means we change that negative to a positive. We change this negative to a positive. So we have -4 plus 6. So they have different signs.
See, sorry, I'll say the -10.
Okay, so they have different signs, right? So that means
Yeah.
we have to subtract.
Right.
We're gonna do 6 minus 4, what do you get?
6 minus 4, you get 2.
2, right? And 6 is the bigger number and it's positive. That means our answer is just,
Just 2.
okay. All right. -4 minus -6 is actually going to give us 2 because we change it to -4 plus 6 and we follow our addition rules, which means we subtract 4 from 6 and we get 2. Okay. All right. Let's see. Number 12, Videra.
I'm sorry. It's going to be -2.
Perfect. -2. All right. Number 13. Let's try Ebony.
Is it -3?
-5 minus 2. So it's -5 plus -2. If we rewrite it to addition, it becomes -5 plus -2, which means we have 2 negative numbers, right, that we're adding together. That means it stays negative.
A
So it
negative
should be -7. Okay? That one's -7. All right, number 14, Renee.
Okay. Is it going to be 5?
Yep, that one was just 7 minus 2. Yep, it's just 5. Good. Number 15, Danielle. Or Patricia, maybe, if you're on. All right, let's try Lucretia.
Number 15 would be -8.
Very good. All right, and let me see, did I go through all of my participants? Let's check my participant list. Yes, we could try Amanda for number 16. Okay. All right, let's go back to Marvin. Marvin, can you try number 16 for us? -5 minus 5. Remember, you can always rewrite it to addition by doing -5 plus a -5. So then what would that be if you did it for addition, with addition? Very good. So if we did -5 plus a -5, it actually would give us -10. And Ebony wrote that in the chat, so good job. Marvin, let's have you try number 17, because I want you to try another one. So try number 17. Remember, if you can't figure it out with subtraction, change it to addition. So it becomes -6 plus a -3. And if you follow your addition rules, you have the same sign. So what happens when you have the same sign?
You just add and keep your sign.
Good, you just add it together and keep your sign. So what's this answer going to be, Marvin? You just add 6 and 3, what do you get?
Oh no, -9. -9.
Good. It's just -9. Perfect.
I was glad you didn't hear me at first, but
Yeah, I
think I might have
didn't,
turned on mute, but I did. Yeah, you didn't hear me. I think you didn't hear me.
yeah, I didn't hear
Oh,
you at all. Yeah, I saw that you were talking, but I was like, I don't know if he knows. I can't hear him. Okay, good. All right.
Because I mean,
All right, Patricia, can you try number 18 for us? What's -4 minus -6? So remember, if we have this, we can change it to addition by doing -4 plus 6. So now we have different signs. So what's the rule for different signs? -4 plus 6.
Will it, Mr. G, will that just be 2?
Yep, that is just 2. Very good.
Okay.
Yep, and Patricia got that as well. All right. So let's do these last two together, 19 and 20. So number 19 is what?
4.
4, right?
Four.
It's 0 plus 4, which is just 4. All right, and the last one, number 20,
10.
8 plus 2. Very good. Is 10. All right. So these are all your notes for this week and today. So if you followed along with me and you've done this, go ahead and just submit it now. Why not, right? If not, if you want to go back over it, please do that. Make sure you watch the video and go back over it again and make sure you fill it out and turn it in.
I didn't do it on mine, but I'll do it now and just submit it to you.
Yeah, you can do that, right? Remember,
Yeah,
you can
well,
also just take
I
a
did-
you could
I
take a
did-
picture of your work and upload that as well.
Okay.
That's also fine.
I just did that. I just did that now. I just
Okay.
did that too.
Perfect. That's great. Don't forget that at 1 o'clock today, you have the town hall. The
Yep.
link, again, I'll show you guys.
Yeah, I know it's at 1, right, Mr.
At 1
G?
o'clock.
It's at 1 o'clock. That's right. The link is in your class. It's also been emailed to you, I'm sure, but the link is also here at the top of your class. You just click here at 1 o'clock and you can join the call.
Yep.
It's really, like I said, it's a good idea to join it just so you guys can give your impression of how things are going so far, what improvements you guys wanted to be made. And remember that any of your week 2 work is just going to be available to you to do all this week. You can also do last week's work as well. Whenever, just like make sure you do those practices. This handout is going to be very helpful to you as a good way to reference as you're doing your practices. And I'm going to add a number line worksheet for you all as well, so that you can use the number line to do your addition and subtraction work. All right, what questions do you guys have for me before I release you into the wilds of the world?
Okay, so basically with the thing that you had to switch from when they said to do the minus, like a negative number versus minus a negative number, you always switch to from the plus sign, and sometimes when either when the positive to the negative, all that. So you
Okay, yeah, so let me go show that one more time. Yeah.
okay?
So the rule is that whenever I'm working with these numbers here, that when I'm working with a subtraction, the rule is to just switch it to addition, and then switch the next number sign. Okay, so right up here, we have these examples. Let me move my screen down a little bit. Okay. So if I have -4 minus 6, I will switch it to -4 plus, right? And then I switch the sign. This is a +6, so I have to make it a -6.
Negative.
Okay? And then I do the same thing for each one, right? I switch the sign from I switch from a minus sign to a positive sign, and then I have to switch the sign of the number after it as well. So I have 6 plus -9. And in this case here, this minus becomes a plus, and this negative becomes positive. So it has 5 plus 4. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Right, so that's how you do it. You switch from a minus so that way you can just use your addition rules, right? That's why we switch it. We switch it so that we can just use the rules that we learned with addition and subtraction. Okay, that's why we switch it.
Right.
Good. All right, any other questions for me? That was a good question. Any other questions? All right, so I am done with you all for today. I will see everybody on Wednesday at 9 o'clock. We will go over some more practice.
All right, Mr. G, have a good day.
Session. So
All right.
we'll see you all then. Okay. Have a good one.
Okay. All right. See you
Bye.
then.
Bye, you all. Don't do anything too crazy.